Welcome, I'm the Deadwood Jedi. This is going to be another Raid Shadow Legends video. It is the free-to-play. We are on the road to Ultra Nightmare. I've got my coffee, and we're ready to go. Let's see. Had a long weekend. Had a wedding to go to. It was a lot of fun. It was very nice. Absolutely beautiful couple. Congratulations, Kevin Marie. I don't have any pictures to share or anything like that. It was their moment. I don't want to put it on my social stuff, but it was a lovely time, and I think everybody had a really great time there. It was cool. I got to meet it's funny, you go to these weddings and there's always people, the person you know, and then the people you don't know, and oftentimes you don't like everybody you meet. I was really surprised. I had a really good time. The night before the wedding, after the rehearsal dinner, with a bunch of the bridesmaids and the groomsmen, we all kind of got together and hung out, and I just absolutely loved everybody, which is a perfect example of the couple, because they were just a lovely couple of people, really good friends of mine. I was very happy to be there and be a part of it all, and everybody had a great time. And then the wedding night was great too. We all hung out, and I cut a rug on the dance floor.
Girl, get your hair done. Money petty on your face done.
This old fat body got back out there and rewound the clock about 10 years, and then had to sit down for a while because my feet and body hurt a lot, but it was a lot of fun. Definitely a good time, and yeah, it's the kind of thing you almost wish could happen more often, but it's such a special occasion. It was really great. Anyway, even though I was at a wedding, even though I was doing all of that, I didn't let the free-to-play fall off to the wayside. No, sir. I kept the work going because, we got a mission here. We're sticking to it. So I was on my phone. Everybody knows what I do, so it wasn't too annoying. Maybe a little bit. Hopefully not too annoying. But, I kind of kept the grind going while I was away. Now, I wasn't able to do all the stuff, right? So I'm definitely going to be a step behind everybody else in this process, which I knew even before we started this contest or competition, whatever. So I kind of had a feeling I would be a little bit behind here. That's okay. Some things take more importance, or more, have more importance than, a game, or even work for that matter. So it was totally fine. But I did kind of stick with it. I was grinding every day and using my energy. I tried to get in as many clan boss runs, arena runs, that kind of stuff as I could. Obviously, I couldn't use it all, but we had a lot of kind of stuff happen over the last 3-4 days. So I just kind of want to do a brief kind of cover over what those things were, and then talk, a little bit about where I am now and kind of what's next on the docket. Because I'm also at this spot where I achieved a couple really big goals, and now I'm kind of like, what do I do next? So anyway, I think I covered this already, but obviously I have Elva to 60, I have Rhonda to 60, and that's pretty fantastic, right? Getting to the 60 was a huge goal of mine, because they're obviously my two best champions on this account, and getting to the 60 really helps to unlock my ability to do most of the content in this game. The other thing I did was, obviously I have Venom Mage to 50, I've got my Outlaw Monk here. I've, pulled a couple other decent champions on the way. I ended up pulling Jamarsa. There's a champion chase tournament, I'm like, I'll get 75 energy. Probably should have waited for CVC coming up. Personal rewards, right? I guess by the time this, goes live, you guys see it will be in that. Probably should have waited, but it's okay. Not doing everything perfect. We're still kind of learning this free-to-play cycle for myself. If you enjoyed today's video, don't forget to subscribe and hit that notification bell so you don't miss the next one that comes out. And of course, if you enjoyed today's music, we have that Soundstripe link down below in the pinned comment description of this video, and you can use code DeadwoodJedi to save 15%. But yeah, so we're kind of in a pretty good spot right now as far as having a main core, right? I've got my 5 main champions here with several ancillary champions that can kind of fill in where I need champions to fill in. They're only at level 40 though. I really need to get all those up to 50 to even really be able to utilize them in much of the content. By this point, we're hitting all the dungeons at pretty high stages. I was able to beat, actually stage 16 in Dragon. So I was able to beat it. Kind of got stuck on 17. It gets pretty hard up there, but so I'm in like the 15. At 15, I can farm very regularly. I can actually farm 15 with one piece of food, so I can run a 4-man team. Basically, I run this team, and I can dump either Elhain or Deacon. It doesn't matter, right? And I can run with one piece of food in there. And it works pretty good. 16, I need the full team though. So I can do some farming in Dragon, and I'm kind of at the point where I'm a little anxious to do that. I feel like one of the things really holding me back right now is gear, and so I feel like that might be one of my next stages to do. You know, I've previously beaten stage 13 in Fire Knight. Haven't tried it in a while. I'm guessing I could probably push a little bit further, but Fire Knight's one of those dungeons that I kind of save for the end game. In the beginning part, I really like to get a nice solid basis of speed gear, and with this particular team, primarily because I have Elva on it, I'm not, you know, usually I'd be like, I want speed gear and I want lifesteal gear. That way I know my champions can survive, we can, you know, progress in clan boss. But I'm thinking with this particular team, especially with Elva on the squad, I might be investing a little bit more heavily into stalwart gear than I normally would. Right now, I don't have a lot of protectors on my team. I don't have any ally protection champions. I don't even have any increased defense champions. So for us, staying alive is going to be a real challenge. So what I'm thinking is going to be our best bet to win this bet with YST and generally progress in clan boss is going to be go fast, go early. So hit hard, hit early, and that kind of thing. And so something like stalwart gear will be very helpful because we won't be slacking on the statistics that we need, the stats and stuff, but it'll allow us to build more attack heavy while maintaining the same level of survivability. And the other thing is, I feel like if I can get myself a Godseeker or Neri on my team, between Elva and Godseeker, we'll actually have enough healing where I wouldn't need lifesteal anyway. And so for me right now, that's going to be my main focus, especially because I have a Deacon. Deacon brings a leech debuff. I don't really need lifesteal, so speed gear, stalwart gear, perception or accuracy gear, all that's going to be really important. I'm going to get all that from Dragon Slayer. Now, as far as advancing in the other dungeons, Fire Knight's going to be massive for me, right? Obviously, Savage gear, which we have a 3x on right now, would be huge for arena. Regen would be great for dungeon runs. I think Venomage can actually solo Dragon for me at some point here, so getting some really good regen gear on him would not be a bad idea to, you know, eventually. There are like, you know, other things that I would like to be able to get that I'm only going to be able to get from Fire Knight Castle. But that said, that's not my main focus, right? I want to get to that Ultra Nightmare clan boss goal. The other part, you know, spiders I'm still a little slow on. We can do stage 10 regularly, no fails, but it's a long run. But I do need to start doing this because I do feel like, as much as I'm like the gear's kind of holding me back, I actually think it might be the accessories that are really holding me back. You know, just extra defense, extra attack, extra crit damage, things like that I'm gonna get from there, and it's gonna be really important. Ice Golem Peaks, you know, we've moved up to 14. I could probably continue to push. 15 is going to be hard because Affinity, almost all my champions are blue Affinity right now. So until I can get really open stage 16, it's going to be a bit of a struggle. I'll probably be stuck at 14 there, and that's fine. But, you know, Mino, I've been able to solo or run stage 15, and I've been running stage 15 in a 4-man team, and this is the big thing that I did this weekend. Even though I had a lot going on and, you know, my attention was swayed, in the game, I made a point to focus on one thing. And I basically did it to the exclusion of, I was using gems for refills. You know, maybe not have been the most efficient thing, but I was like, I need to get masteries for Rhonda. I need to get masteries for Rhonda. Have to get masteries for Rhonda because that's really what's going to unlock her ability. Not just for clan boss, but for everything, is really getting those masteries. And I finally did. I finally got them all. Now, not all of them. She's missing like the last one, but I got the important one. I got her down to Giant Slayer. You can see we're still missing 2 in the second row, and I would love to be able to get Retribution, get some counterattacks. I'd love to get Methodical so her damage on our A1 can improve a little bit. But the important thing is we got Giant Slayer, and that's going to be the big thing. And her damage in clan boss has already skyrocketed. I did a run earlier today when I woke up. Just kind of wanted to see. I mean, this is very new. I literally got this yesterday, like last night. I got home from the wedding. I came on here and I was like, we're just gonna grind a little bit more. And we finally got that last mastery for Rhonda. And I did a clan boss run this morning. Just want to see how it works, right? And I did it on normal. You know, it's just normal, I know. But I was able to get 10 million damage, which is well over double what I had before. 5 million coming from Rhonda herself. So we've definitely improved a ton over this span. Now, you know, the next thing is I need a poisoner, and well, Outlaw Monk is okay. He's not really what I'm looking for, but he's not booked. I need to get more copies of Outlaw Monk to really book him up. There's a lot of things I still need to do in order to get this going, and I need that champion up to level 50 so we survive longer, because he's dying too early, right? So ideally I could pull like a Kale would be great actually for this account, but I need to get something, a more consistent poisoner, and that's going to really start to skyrocket my damage up the charts, and I'm just a little behind on that right now. And so that's the one thing, you know, it's weird, but there does come a point where you're like, I need champions. I need champions to really fill this out for me, you know? I mean, we're already obviously crushing, you know, Hell Hades. Obviously, Saphira doesn't hold a candle to us, clearly. You know, Odd One, Lockers, they wish they were us, you know what I mean? It's not just talking smack now, which is unnecessary, but so fun to do. The real person I got to worry about is, of course, the person that's not even hitting normal right now. I don't even know if he's awake. Yeah, YST here with the free-to-play, putting up 6 million. What a chump. I can't believe his polls. I can't believe his polls, man. This guy makes me want to vomit. Ugh, just a little jealous. But, you know, I have a clear path as far as like how I'm going to improve my team and get to a better spot. And that's great, right? I know with the squad I have right now, I need another poisoner. For these early levels, it's just about getting passive damage to beat hard, to beat brutal, and get people to 60 so I can get those War Master Giant Slayer procs in. That part's going to be massive for me, right? And then the next step is, of course, crafting a team that can survive the damage that you take on Nightmare and Ultra Nightmare, because it really ramps up really fast. And so, you know, one of the things I'd like to really do, you know, obviously, is get somebody that brings more protection for my team. If I could get a Taragi the Frog, I'd be over the moon, right? Somebody that can both poison and protect. You know, I'm really loving Venomage, but maybe there's going to be somebody else out there that I can pull that's going to be an even better addition to my squad. Elva is phenomenal, but, you know, honestly, for Clan Boss, she doesn't bring a lot. She brings block debuffs, she brings increased speed and some healing. All that's great, but she's not bringing any debuffs I need. She's not bringing increased defense. So there are some, you know, some negatives with using her in a team, especially because with an increased speed champion like that, you need somebody else to make it work. You need a buff extender or another speed champion, and that can be dicey. And then I'm trying to fit Deacon Armstrong into the mix, and like he kind of duplicates a lot of the stuff that I'm already getting from Venomage with the decreased defense, this big thing. And the turn meter boost kind of duplicates what Elva does, right? So there's I know I can use them together, but I'm honestly, you know, if this was my main account, I'd be like, well, I'm only going to use one or the other because I only have so many slots and I want to fit everything in. And so that's kind of, you know, just looking ahead, I'm recognizing there are some weaknesses and some ways to improve this team. But right now, my main focus has to be on, you know, the champions that I do have available to me. And so I can build them up. And thankfully, all these champions that I've been building up, and I've taken to 60 so far, this is one of the reasons why I did not take Elhain to 60. All these champions are going to be useful as we go through and as they get replaced in Clan Boss, right? I'm going to be able to use Venomage in Dragon even if I can't use Venomage in Clan Boss anymore. I'm going to be able to use Deacon in my dungeons even if I can't use him in Clan Boss. Elva's the same thing, right? So it's not none of those champions are going to waste for me, which is, I think, really, really important with this early part. It's not just efficiency with the resources you get, but also the decisions you make on how you use those resources. And that was one of the things that I was really concerned about going into it, and throughout, and it's why I debate so much about who am I going to take the 16 stuff. But anyway, we did that. I also got some books, and I got a big shout out to my referral program people. DWJ Beats YSC finally hit 40. Thank you. Those two books went in the Venomage and made him so much better. Like, it's insane how much better he is, but they were massive books. DWJ Beats YST down here. We are almost there. I've been watching them, And they have been grinding. Thank you, Jedi's a little bit behind, but he's still been grinding. You know, he's stuck at 23 for a bit, but we're all the way up to 29. I need these cats. I just need them to get to 40. I need those books so badly. And then I'm going to need those shards because I need more champions. So I'm really excited. And then, of course, you know, once they get to 50, that's going to be huge too, because then again, we'll be able to get 3 more people out here helping me along and be able to get Chronum. Oh, I think is the real prize with these referral accounts. Obviously, these books have been massive for me, and I think that is a huge prize. But you know, the Chronum part is a nice little touch right there. So that's really huge, I think. But yeah, I mean that's kind of the thing. So Venom Age, I got 3 books or 2 books. They went right here into his A3, which is perfect. Increasing that debuff chance, so it's 100% now. We're getting that up every single time. So now we're getting that heal reduction that from his passive is working every single time. So we're, you know, getting that damage reduction. We're getting those poisons up every time. It's really nice. Obviously I want to get that cooldown to 3 turns, and then I want to get this A2 fully booked in the cooldown so we can keep decreased defense and decreased attack up for the full fight, and have these on 3-turn cooldown, so we're recycling this over and over again, can actually start building some debuffs and some consistency. I think that would be out of this world massive. With the champions I have, Venomase is going to be taking multiple turns. You know, even right now where it's unspeed tuned, we're still going to be taking, you know, 4 or 5 turns for every cycle of the clan boss goes through, you know. And so because of that, I'm not worried about dropping those debuffs, but I need to have them booked in order to do that, right? And that's going to be massive. It can make a run fall way short and can really swing the damage that you end up doing. So getting him booked is going to be huge, and I'm really excited about it. I've been building up my metal shaper here, specifically looking at Doom Tower and looking at Scarab and thinking this shield ability, if I can get it down to a 2-turn cooldown, would be massive. Of course, the books have gone in all the wrong spots, so that sucks. But, you know, it's okay. As far as the rare champions, I haven't really gotten any rare champions that I'm like, ooh, gotta have. The one I do have is a Valerie, and I know I have a speed tune where I can use Valerie's buff extension, which is this one, right? I know I can use Valerie's buff extension to help Elva keep her increased speed up for the full fight, get my team to like a 2-1 ratio. So I do have a speed tune team that I could use. It's gonna be, I think it's gonna be a little subpar as far as like what I would like, and so I'm a little hesitant to invest too much in her too soon, right? She's one of those champions where she's level 40 now. I do plan on building pretty much all these champions that are level 40. I do want to get most of them, if not all of them, the 5-star at some point, but it's not my rush, right? My rush right now is to finish mastering, finish ranking up both Venomage and Deacon to 6-star, and then leveling them up. That's my real goal. And by the time that's done, hopefully I'll have a better option than Outlaw Monk as a poisoner. And if not, I guess Outlaw Monk's getting some love, right? Or I'm gonna have to give Valerie some love. But I'm gonna have to figure that out as we go along, depending on the champions I get. But I know those 4 I'm gonna be able to use pretty much anywhere. But you know, this weekend I was like, I just wanted that mastery. I wanted those masteries. I wanted that part done, because I kind of wanted to erase the mistake I'd done in the beginning by mastering Deacon and not mastering Elva, or Rhonda, excuse me. And so now that part's done, and it's pretty cool results. I just want to like point this out. You know, a lot of people are like, sucks in campaign. Rhonda can't farm. Yeah, she farms. She farms stage 12-3 in brutal, real easy, guys, real easy. It's not a thing. She's quite good. Big fan of hers. Goes through. It's not much of an issue. Gets multiple attacks. Crushes these guys. It's pretty simple, right? It's like, I think I did this before. I was averaging like 27 seconds or something like that. Now, obviously, there's always going to be some kind of, you know, like these bombs are going to be, could be problematic here. They're probably going to be problematic, right? Come on. Of all the times, I just did this earlier and it like worked perfectly. I'm a little frustrated with myself on that one. If she's booked, it works better. And as she gets stronger, she's going to be able to one-shot these waves, and it becomes a lot easier. Because the big thing is, she one-shots the first wave, this second wave, and if she's a little faster, this will work. She'll be able to kill everybody before those bombs come, and just like with her A1s and A2s and stuff like that. And so we come back on wave 3 with her AoE, wipe it down, and still, what, a 30-second fight or something like that. So yeah, the one bomb's no big deal. So you can see we can do it. We leveled up. Hey, that's a win, right? So just kind of keeping that in mind. I don't know. That was a terrible example of things, but you guys can see she can farm it even if it's not consistent. And it's only going to get easier as she gets stronger and gets better. So I'm not too concerned about that. But what's been great is with Rhonda and Elva, I'm just plowing through Nightmare campaign now, just going with these two, doing it, and just getting my 3 stars right away so I don't have to go through multiple times, which was kind of my first experience doing it. It was like I'd had to beat it once, and then I had to go back and 3-star everything. And with the energy cost of it, that's kind of annoying and not particularly helpful. So, it's kind of a nice thing. I'm looking forward to being able to get through this and, get the shards and the gems and all the fun, stuff that comes with it. I think would be really great. No, we need to, well, you know what? Elva's going to actually be able to, or Rhonda's going to be able to get Paragon here. I don't understand why they include Paragon in any of this stuff. He's just really annoying. But yeah, we're going to be able to move through all this stuff. So pretty good results. But the thing that's kind of been getting my gall is that now that I got 6-star Rhonda, 6-star Elva, I got masteries on them. I hit this moment last night, and this is kind of it's a continual flow with this game of like, yes, I did this thing. Now what do I have to do? Oh, it's such a grind to the next thing. It's so annoying. So now I'm at that point where it's like, okay, do I just grind food up again? Can I just make my stuff stronger? Is now the point where I start grinding gear and dragon? And I'll be honest, I'm not really sure what I should be doing. I mean, I can stay in silver arena and keep farming. That's fine. I don't really have there's not a huge goal to move up to gold. I know obviously I want to improve my grade haul, but I'm not super concerned about that right now. We're improving it. We're improving it nice and slow and steady. It's not a big deal. I do know I need more 5-star food. I need more chickens. I need to kind of consistently grow these champions. So, it's like where is the real impetus? I think at this point, I'm gonna be focusing when I have energy. A lot of it's gonna be just kind of moving through campaign. I feel like that's kind of a thing. Maybe I'll try to take down one stage every day, kind of thing. And that way I'm kind of growing steadily with it, and eventually taking it down. But I'm not feeling like a huge rush or need to finish it out. I know I need to spend some time in Spider, even though it's kind of a long, slow grind. But I do know I need, some rings for Rhonda and for Elva. And I know I'm going to need amulets and banners for them too. And that brings me to the other part. I need to ascend them at some point here. So I do need to start pushing those dungeons a little bit more as well. I need to pay attention when the magic keep opens next. We might have another day of potions. I think might be in store for us, and that just might be a necessity that I have to embark upon. But right now, I think what we're going to be doing is we're going to be. That's great. See, just finished another stage in the campaign, yield campaign. So I think right now what we're going to be doing is focusing more on getting these two as oh shoot, I got Elhain in there, dang it. That's from my brutal running. It should still survive, I think, but this is gonna be my thing. It's getting Rhonda, getting Elva fully leveled up, fully ranked up, and in good shape. That has to be my next goal. So I think we're gonna try and get them ascended, try and get them with jewelry, and I think that's it. So I'm gonna be mixing up spider runs with campaign runs, with magic keep runs and arcane keep runs, and I think that's going to be my next stage of growth here. And then once we finish that, then I'm going to be really focusing on getting Venom H up to 6 stars, and then Deacon up to 6 stars, and just growing the food. And one of the reasons why I'm kind of pausing on the 6-star push is I want to build up a little bit of a little bit of a coterie of champions, right? I want a stable that I can kind of look at and address and go, which ones of these are champions I need or will need, or are going to be really good for me. And I think I need. Oh, we just lost Elva. Okay, that's not good. It's over now. It's over, guys. This is why you're out. You're in. Easy breezy. I might have to manual this at some point, but you get the idea. This is the kind of thing that I need to kind of figure out, like, what is those next steps? What are the next things I should be focusing on? I actually would not mind hearing from you guys, especially those of you that have gone through this before, done this free to play grind. Like, what is the next most important thing for me? I feel like, getting all your champions at 60 is just huge, right? It's huge for clan boss. Once I do that, I'll be able to take down brutal every day, for example. But even though that is part of where I want to get to, that is part of my focus here, I do feel like getting these two up to a higher level is going to really do wonders for me. They're going to last longer, they survive longer, even things like clan boss, it's going to be a much better result overall. So I would be interested to hear what you guys think of that. This is going to be bad. This is going to be so bad. God dang it, guys. Why is it so bad here? Remember what I said? I'll just do this on my free time and not worry about it. Yeah, well, I gotta manual some of this. Anyway, a lot of talk. Mostly just want to say thank you for you guys for your support, watching the videos. We put out some fun ones over the weekend. Hopefully you guys enjoyed that. And yeah, we'll be mixing it up a little bit. Got some other videos coming down the pipeline that aren't just this, but I'm gonna keep this going every day. So appreciate you guys waiting for me. Hope you all had a wonderful weekend. I really appreciate the people that are helping me out with the referral accounts. It means a lot. Really means a lot. And yeah, that's all we got today. Happy coffee. Happy day to you all. Until next we meet, I'm the Deadwood Jedi.